everyone, it's Julia in the G20. Yeah, so it's one of those days. You know what I mean? Like everything's just a little bit off. So I wake up and I've started my menstrual cycle. Sorry to tell you that. But the world that we're living in, all the like half the population, they're all going through that periodically. You should know it's something we go through every single month of our entire lives until it ends, which apparently mine hasn't yet. I thought I was going through premenopause, but no. So I wake up to that glorious new um, month, that anyway, I've got cramps and everything, so I pull the van out of Walmart and I'm going over this other parking spot so I can make my coffee. And I need to wash the inside of my windows. They're gross. I've got a whole plan to go to the ocean today and jump in the water because the sweat from the 2 nights of dancing, it's still like on my scalp. I haven't washed my hair or gotten under any water. But no, because I look and the van's like not driving well and something's like super sluggish and I don't know what it is till I park again. Get out and look. My back tire that keeps going down about, now it was getting like overnight it would go down or every 2 days. Yeah, I forgot to put air in it again on Sunday. So, wait, today's Tuesday and Monday. So it was entirely flat, like the rim's like riding on the ground. And I'm like, oh crap. I hope it can get enough air in it. And obviously I have to go get the new tire today, but I can't just get one, I gotta get 2. Because my van has all R15, 75, 220, 235s all around the van, but it really takes 225s. And as Minimalist Moto said, it's not that big of a difference, but I figured I'm eventually got to get all new tires, so I might as well go with the right size. So in order to get the one that I need on the back, I actually need to get 2. And it's a rear-wheel drive, so you want to have, the good tires on the back. So I'm paying for 2 new tires. They are $60 each. One, let's see. It all came to $180 with the fees and the taxes and the labor and all that. $180. Really hesitant to spend that because I haven't had a sale in like 5 days. Unlike last time I went sewing, a bunch of stuff sold real quick. So I'm like getting near my minimal bottom amount of $500 that I need to have at all times. And I know that that's just not enough, but I can't even go below that. So I'm just above that now from buying these 2 new tires. So, but the appointment's for 5. So I have to wait. I've got about 4 hours. I decided I'm going to the library. There's videos I still need to do. I'm way behind now. And, but I gotta eat. So I go to Taco Bell and eat, and I get back in the van, and I realize I've got half of a pizza sitting there from last night that I forgot about. Pizza and the raw leaves together make a meal. So I just spent money on a meal that I didn't need. So I sit in the van, I eat that meal, and I kind of lay down because I'm cramping, and I fall asleep for an hour. Now there's not enough time to go to the library, but I still need to get online. It's still another 2 hours till the hour and a half till the appointment for the tires. So I go to Chick-fil-A, and I spend money on a little ice cream, whatever the cheapest thing was, so I could get online. And I'm uploading a video, but it's going to take 2.5 hours to upload the video, so that doesn't work. So I basically get nothing done. I listed a dress, the Pink Floyd dress. So I get over here, and I told them before that I wanted them to take the tire that was still good on the back and make it my spare, because the spare had metal showing through. But then I remember I already changed out the spare with a better tire, so they don't need to do that. Now I want them to take the back one and put it on the front, which I also just bought that used tire in Asheville, but it's all dry rotted and it's bald on one side. I paid about $25 for it. So now I want them to just put the good one on the front. I get back in, the guy can't understand what I'm saying. He brings me out to the van to point instead of, describing. So, so that was now understood. So then hold on a second. I don't want them to see me talking bad about them. So then, um, it's all understood. So I wait there and I go get on their online, but they don't have a plug-in. So now the computer's got minimal time left on it, and it takes me about 20 minutes to get their internet to work. And so now I'm finally watching stuff, but now the van's ready. So I'm just like, can I just stay here for another few minutes? I'm watching this great channel you should check out called the 1491s. It's like Indian comedy. It's hilarious. You have to check it out. What is that? So I finally go out to the van, and here's the lesson here, folks. Whatever you get done, check that it was done right. I go look. They've got one of them's a 70 R15 and one of them's a 75 R15. They're two different size tires. I'm like, what the? I'm trying to stay calm, but now I'm pissed because all day everything keeps not lining up, and I can't get any work done on the computer. And I'm buying food I don't need. I'm on my period, and they got the wrong size tires. They can't figure out what I'm saying about the spare tire, and then they put the wrong size tires on there. He's like, that must have been mislabeled. I'm sorry. We put the right one on for you. So they just finished putting the two right tires on there on my van. And I'd otherwise be like doing a video like, hey, I just got two new tires on my van. But after that experience, I'm like a little disappointed. But, you know. Hey, I got two new tires on my van. Nice new tread. Both sides, same size. And I got a much better tire on this one now, which was all bald on this side. So, yeah, I'm ready to cross the country. Who knows? I also asked him a little bit about the valve seal issue and the the leaking whatever under the doghouse. Asked him about a diagnosis, all this stuff. He basically said, don't even go into the valve seals, whatever, because once you open that can of worms, it's just going to lead to more and more problems that are all connected with it. So, and then he said the leaking under the thing is typical for that to leak a little bit. And it's either oil or radiator fluid. And I was, radiator fluid. And I was like, well, but I'm not losing oil and I'm not losing radiator fluid. So we don't know what's going on, but I probed him for some information. He was basically saying, don't do the valve seal thing, and then don't worry about that. So yeah, I'm ready to cross the country. So there's a severe rattling up front that's gotten worse now, and the other mechanic that told me that was the catalytic converter. You think you could put one past this girl? Not as often anymore as you could in the past. So whatever the rattling is in front, though, that's getting more. So I always need to have a pile of money for a repair if I'm going to be taking this the van, out anywhere. So anyway, I just probed him for some extra information. And that was that, and that's how the day's going. So now it's 7. I can either go to a restaurant and pay again for something to get online till about 10:30. Library's closed at 8. Or I can wait till after 9 to go to this one laundromat out on Folly Beach. My whole plan was to go jump in the ocean today, so that'll be tomorrow, which then will make my dreads soaking wet for the dance. Wednesday, the dance, the Reckoning, the Grateful Dead, which I'm going to because I'm getting ready to leave here and I'm going to miss it like gangbusters. So, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to go get stoned. I'm going to just calm down for a minute. My energy's all and just gonna take a teeny little hit. Am I telling you this? So that's what I'm gonna do next. But right now, there's the van. I'm gonna show you this other vehicle that's sitting over here. Here's another van. And then that vehicle there. That vehicle there is a Chevy G30 camper. And it's for sale. It doesn't say how much it's for sale. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because I've already noticed there's a lot wrong with it. So here's this interesting vehicle here. It says it's a Champion. So yeah. And I don't know what that thing is on top. It's kind of cool, right? Chevy Van G30. But look. And look, it's got tape on it, just like mine. But look at this. Oh, that. Oh, and look, it's for sale. Wait. Yeah, it's for sale. It says it has 67,000 miles on it. It's an 83. Come on. Come on. Can't be. Look at that beast. So then you look inside. You won't be able to see it. On the inside, it looks just like this. Up there on the inside. Just like this. It's all rusted out on the inside. You know there's water pouring into that vehicle. And then it's just rusted out. Can you see that? It's rusted out everywhere. Underneath, it's rusted out. And what the heck is that doing right there? This thing? Does that look right? That doesn't look right. Then again, I'm not a mechanic. But yeah. And the thing on top there, all busted out. It's kind of cool, or it was a cool vehicle anyway. This is cool. Electric outlets. You can't see in at all. The whole thing's blocked, so. It was pretty cool in its day, though, huh? What is that up there? It's just a rack, I guess. All right, so, oh, and it's got double tires on the back. So, yeah, I just thought it was kind of a cool vehicle, but really, it's not a great vehicle. It's an 83, 67,000 miles, rusted out. I wonder how much they want for it. Just out of curiosity. And why is it sitting here? So this is where I went. Firestone. So that other vehicle is probably here because there's something seriously wrong with it that couldn't be fixed, or it wasn't worth fixing. So I don't know why they're trying to sell it. It's junkyard. Anyway, that's that. So I accomplished one of my main goals before leaving, which is at least one new tire. I got two. It's a little scary because every time I've gotten new tires for the last 3 vehicles I've had, then I have major mechanical troubles and lose the value of the tires because I never get to drive the vehicle and I have to sell it. So let's hope that doesn't happen. After the panic shows, and since I've been driving, it hasn't been running that well. But then today, a little bit of black smoke pooped out, and it's starting to drive better after that. So I guess that is carbon. The van does not like it when I start to drive and only go a little distance or park again for a little bit, and then start it up again and try and drive somewhere. It doesn't like that. The oil pressure gets really low when I do that. And that is what happened today, or yesterday. So I started, when I first turned it on now, and it's weird, when I first turn it on now, I'm not getting all the smoke in the beginning. I'm getting it after I drive that little way and park and get something and turn it on the second time, I'm getting all the smoke. So now I'm like revving it, trying to get a bunch of whatever's like settling out. And that seems to be helping. So I don't know, it just makes me want to go get online and learn more about mechanics. I mean, mechanical stuff in the van. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so the other thing that's going on is, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. So I allowed myself to get upset. And as you know, I'm trying to not do that anymore, no matter what happens. I just don't want to get upset. What's the point? So I did get a little bit upset, but then I calmed myself down. But the lesson is, like, not only when I get anything done, I want to check it and make sure it's right, but they should have done that too. When you do your work, especially when it's for a customer, you check it before you hand it over back to the customer. All they had to do was look and see it was the right size tires, but they didn't. But I did, and I'm glad I did, because I would have pulled out of here. Tomorrow they're completely booked. There would have been no way for me to get in tomorrow. So when I make a hat, before it gets sent out, I check the hat and make sure um, all the stitches are done correctly. I didn't skip one. I didn't double one up in one. When I send out a dress, I shake it out. I check for loose threads. I check for anything wrong with that dress. I even smell the dress. I want to make sure when it's going out right. And that's the level of quality control I like to keep for my own business. And I would hope that others would do that as well. So there's that. Just a little tip for you. Always check the work that was just done for you, that you're paying your hard-earned money for. Now, on to another topic. I am a deadhead, as you know. And I'm also a Panic head, and I would love to go on Panic tour. Panic's not touring anymore. They're only doing these big fancy shows that are almost impossible to get into, except for the ones I went to. But I decided to look up the Dead and Company Summer Tour 2018, and that's where they're going. You're probably starting to guess what I'm about to say. The tour starts in Massachusetts, and it's all on the northern East Coast here: Hartford, Connecticut, New York City, Camden, New Jersey, Raleigh, and then it goes to the Midwest a little bit: Cincinnati, Indiana, back down to Atlanta. Way too hot for me. But then it goes over to Wisconsin. Now we're getting into late June. After that, it goes all the way over to Washington State. So this tour starts where I am on the East Coast, but north, which I'm thinking is going to be less hot than down here in the South, right? There's a bunch of shows right by each other that I could catch without driving very far, and I can vend at these shows. I heard from other deadheads that it's on, that this tour is on. It's not just a few shows, it's a tour, which means people are traveling with it and people are vending with it. And hopefully that's true. So this would be a way for me to make money as I'm traveling. Now, it's a big leap from East Troy, Wisconsin, all the way over to George, well, it's called George, Washington, George Washington. But that would mean that this tour would take me back out west, essentially, on a very northern route. 22, 23, there's about a week I would have to make it between Wisconsin and Washington. Or I could just go to the Southwest, where I really wanted to go, but I'm guessing it's way too hot now. And then up. So, after Washington, it goes to Eugene, Oregon, where I've seen the Dead before, the Autzen Stadium. And then after Eugene, it goes to Mountain View, California. That's now going down to about Middle California. Then it goes to Chula Vista, California, right there next to San Diego. And there's one more show back up to LA. This tour ends where I'm going to my family, to visit my family in San Diego. Go figure, right? What do you think? I mean, shoot, I got to make the long haul anyway. Oh, and then they come back around to Boulder, New Mexico, Boulder, Colorado, and then they're back that away. I don't know. And then the Atlanta show, I'm not sure. But this tour would bring me back out west. It's a little weird because it'd bring me to Northern California, then Southern California, when I really wanted to go to Southern California, then Northern. But again, it's hot in the South, and I'm not sure I can even take a Southern route at this point. So there's an idea to make my journey. It just never occurred to me that I could do the Dead tour. I mean, it did before. Every time I thought about going back out to California, I was like, well, I'll just follow Widespread back out west. And I can go dance, and I can sort of have a caravan of people, safety in numbers, and then also vend along the way and make money. But Panic's not doing that. But the Grateful Dead people are. So the Dead and Company is Bob Weir with John Mayer and a bunch of other guys, and they sound really good. I mean, it's really great versions of Grateful Dead music, and apparently it's a whole tour. So that is what I'm thinking about now. I just really don't know how far the van's gonna make it at all anyway. So I'm considering doing that. Going up to the East Coast, to the New York, area, and seeing some shows up there, is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shows, not including Raleigh, North Carolina. Not sure I want to go back to that state right now. 7 shows on the East Coast, right in the similar area, and then 2 more right in the Midwest, leading to Wisconsin, making a third. All of that on this side of the Mississippi. I don't know. So that's what I'm thinking now. I would not buy any tickets in advance because I don't know how far I'd make it or what really. I might take a detour jump off tour if it's not good or for some reason. So I'm thinking about that. I got to decide, and that's sort of a new idea for my trip. What else is going on with me? Anything else new? Nope. That's about it. Just wanted to tell you how my day was. It was one of those days. I'm going to go find a nice place to park, and I'm just going to like do a little medicine and just recenter and then decide where am I getting online. I have this video and 3 more still from the show to post for you, so I'm going to go do that. Oh my God, I have the best van life video idea for you, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to just wait and see. Yeah. Woo! Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for my new subscribers. This is Nomadic Crafter. I live in a 93 Chevy G20 van. It's a little sport van. And I make handmade recycled clothing, which I sell on Etsy.com. So I stop wherever I can at little rentals, weekly rentals, inexpensive, clean hotels, which are rare, and friends' houses, and sew for a week and make more product, and then it sells online while I'm driving a little bit further. That's the plan. Really, I've only traveled between South Carolina and North Carolina so far doing this, but the Nomadic Crafters about to do a bigger journey. So keep watching, folks. Thanks for watching my videos, and I hope you have a beautiful day. All right, bye. Wow.